All right, and welcome back to the road to Excalibur. All right, real talk though. We are 9.5 weeks out, and you're gonna notice I have a fuckload more energy today, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about the last week and some. Chances are the last update that you checked wasn't my Instagram update, which is fine. Last video that came out for the road to Excalibur, I was talking about how I've been cold, implementing some new drugs, and a few different things like that kind of going on. And within the very next day, I came in to do I was gonna be hitting leg day. And I started with some like very light warm, I was doing assisted body weight squats. I did 8 of them and I was fine. And I went to go do them again like 10 seconds later, 15 seconds later, and my quads just felt like they were gonna fall apart. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with it. Like my legs were just cooked. And so I started going through my leg day. I was doing my glute exercises. I still hit like everything, but then when I was up on like the leg press, even like the empty sled of the leg press felt like impossible. Like it's just, not like it was like hard, it was just the muscles themselves, like I could just feel something was wrong. So after a little bit of thought, just kind of looking at things, I decided that I'm doing not only a full deload week, a full 7 days of a deload week, but also a full diet break for 7 days as well. So what this did, so let's see, there's a whole lot of shit and I'm gonna be bouncing around a lot, and so I apologize, but good luck following. The lowest weight that I came in at was 178 last week, which at 10.5 weeks out is lighter than I was last competition prep at 10.5 weeks out. So I'm ahead of the game massively there, because I guarantee I put on at least minimum 1 pound of tissue in a year, as a clear understatement. But that's okay. So like, I'm clearly ahead of schedule with that. I did plan ahead of time to be able to have a week for a deload. Like the whole reason that I started prep in the beginning of December for a 24-week prep, knowing that I was gonna have Christmas, knowing that I was gonna have a couple of off plan, whatever. Like I knew that was there, but I also had it set up so that when needed, I have time to have a diet break and a deload break. And so what we did for the deload is I decided to scrap all cardio. We're still doing 10,000 steps every day. The only day that I didn't hit that was yesterday, and I think I was only like 400 short, and I didn't realize that I was short, so it's fine. But no cardio. And then so when it comes to lifting, I've been doing, I guess kind of like a half volume-esque. A lot of it actually is feel it out while you're in the moment kind of aspect. So, so let's say for example today, let's see where I'm even supposed to get up to. I'm supposed to do on a normal week, if you want to take a look at this. So the last time that I performed this exercise properly, not deload, I did 172 pounds for 12 reps, 2 sets. So with me being on a deload, I can rather do, 2 sets at 172, stopping at like 6 to 8 reps. This way I'm still challenging, like hitting the muscle with an appropriate weight while not allowing the muscle to get fatigued at all. Like the idea here isn't to create a stimulus to grow or to create a stimulus to try to keep this tissue. It's just to allow my body to still feel used to the weight that I was lifting. Or the other options, I could always go down in weight. I could drop down to like, let's say 152, and then I could do anywhere between 10 and 15 reps of that. The idea is to leave like 5 reps in the tank, kind of in an aspect, is what I'm aiming for with certain exercises. But again, a lot of it I just feel out in the moment. All right, so we got the single arm lat pull down now. Coming over here. So for the next little while, just because of like prep and everything, I'm gonna be rolling solo at the gym. No more Mikey for a few months. He's gonna take some time off. So big part of it is just because like I'm super deep into prep now, and there's a lot of consideration that I normally do when it comes to my workouts. Like I make sure that they work with his schedule the best that I can, and timing is consistent, etc. But getting to a point now where it's like I'm busy with prep, busy with clients. I've got sessions and sporadic times. So my gym is at sporadic times. Like today, we're here at 10 in the morning. Normally I don't work out till like 1:32. So Mike's gonna take a few months off. Let me just focus on me with this. He's gonna focus on his shit. And then after competition season is done, Mikey will be coming back. So he'll be back. It's okay, I'll still see him. Well, we'll still talk. Still play some League of Legends occasionally, So good. coming up to the end of the deload week now. So my weight, let's see. So Tuesday of last week was the first day that I started adding food into my diet. First thing I did is I bought like a bunch of, a literal bunch of bananas, things like that. I was like, need to get more potassium just to be safe, you know, taking care of it. So my weight Tuesday morning was 178.6-ish. My weight peaked at 185 in the morning. So roughly about 6 to 7 pounds of like water glycogen-esque is what I was holding after that. And then my weight had come down throughout the week to about 182 and a half. So it's not bad. It's a 4-pound increase from going from flat and fatigued and drained, gained 4 pounds in like water, glycogen, etc. And I feel fucking amazing now. Like my legs are finally to the point that I'm ready to do cardio again. I can do that. I had a leg day yesterday. It was my deload leg day. Everything felt okay. I'm recovering decently well. So everything is good. So the plan now. The plan is to start dieting again as of tomorrow. Cardio starts again as of tomorrow. So today's Tuesday. Today is the last day for the deload. Food goes back down tomorrow, cardio goes back in tomorrow. Only going to be doing 20 minutes a day. Fed cardio as well, not doing any of the fasted stuff yet. There are very mild benefits to doing fasted cardio over fed cardio. When it comes to fat loss, at the end of the day, it also comes down to your calorie deficit. But there are certain things that you can take to assist with fasted cardio. Like yohimbine is something that I will be utilizing later on in the prep. Not yet, but when I do that, I will be starting to do fasted cardio. Fasted cardio is pretty overrated though otherwise. Unless you like doing it, I don't recommend doing it. It's great to get the day started right, which is one of the things that I like most about it, especially during prep when I'm like so work and client and bodybuilding focused, and you know, it helps with things like that. The macros that we're going to be going back down to are the same as from where I was before. So about 210 protein, 45 grams of fat. The rest are all in the carbs, roughly 2,400 calories. Yeah, it's all written down. It's all there. So, but this is the home stretch. This will be the last little bit. And the idea is to try to be ready 2 weeks early so that we can practice peaking. That will all depend on how the first week back goes. And I'm hoping that things pan out really, really well. So, I don't know. But today's pull day. It's deload pull day. Not super, super exciting, but you know, we're here, we're feeling good. I got a lot to catch you guys up on, so let's get into the workout. All right, so I'm actually gonna walk you guys through this one really quick. So we are doing a single arm supinated lat pull down. So the supination is underhand. Now the reason that we do that is so your lat, you can see right up here, kind of connects underneath. When you pull your arm around this way, you guys can see that my lat pulls around. So this is the easiest way to bias your lat in a pull down. If you're kind of going around like this, you have more teres and you have more risk of like rear delts as well if you're also leaning back. And so if you really want to get more lat engagement, it's still more, you'll supinate it. So what I'm doing here too, what you're going to notice is I'm really focused, and as I go through the eccentric motion, you'll see that my whole shoulder joint drives forward. And what I'm trying to do is I'm focusing on pushing my shoulder joint, my whole shoulder blade forward as I go through the extension, so that I can make sure that the lat stays engaged the whole time, gets that full stretch here up at the top, and then I can kind of roll through. And it's helping me with my serratus anterior as well. So like I have a lot of issues engaging my serratus anterior on my left side, and so I've been running through a lot of like physio stuff with that this year, just to like help with posing. And this is one of the exercises that actually helps naturally with that movement as well. So this is first working set. Deload of this. So don't expect anything super crazy, but one thing to watch for is the direction of my arm. So like you're pulling down, as soon as your elbow starts pulling backwards, you're no longer in that same downward plane, you're now pulling back. And I want to try to hit more of my lower fibers as well. So as I pull down, I'm going to be fully stabilized, by the way. I'm going to pull down, I'm going to drive my elbow towards the middle of my thigh. And as soon as it starts pulling back, I'm going to stop driving down. So there will be a little bit of like pull back, and that's perfectly fine, but I'm not going to have like an excessive amount where my whole shoulder joint does one of those. So watch, we'll see how it looks. So the 9.5 weeks out, road to Excalibur, that's a fucking wrap for today. So getting back into regular diet and hard training tomorrow. Cardio comes back in tomorrow. You know, ready to fucking roll with this shit. So this is the final stretch. And you guys are gonna be hearing from us a little bit more sporadically. We're gonna be ditching the normal schedule of like trying to get out every Sunday or Monday. And it's gonna be a little bit more sporadic. As things come up in prep, we're just gonna get a day in, film it, and try to get it out as soon as we can for you guys. Keep you guys in the roll. So follow, like, subscribe, all of that shit. See you guys next week.